Real life. Make it this far.
I think about that every Thursday night when I'm like, I feel like I'm going to lead a club tomorrow.
Just shut that down. Shut it down.
It's like the
I'm not. I'm still.
like look how it was like last night me and Connor were up just like after like I spent some time at his house studying and it's like 1 a.m. and it's like I'm trying to stay awake so I'm like very bored.
no sound.
So true. Oh, no sound. Yeah, I forgot to swap the overlay. I'm sorry, Jimbo Mags. You heard? Oh, okay, Jimbo Mags, here. Take screenshots.
Yeah, Jimbo.
Actually, I'll speed run. Milestone 2, ECGC. It's a conference, networking, outsourcing link if you need creative writing. Speed run. Be respectful of leads presenting. You guys don't really need this kind of stuff because you're on Twitch. Yeah. Questions, comments, concerns? Okay, cool. Well, then let's get into it. That we are. Good question. That we are. All right.
Jimbo gave a thumbs up.
Thank you, Jimbo, by the way. All right. Let's yell. 3, 2, 1. Woo! That was like tight. That was good. Don't listen to him. All right.
Hi. So this is the second progress update that we're doing. We've got a lot done. I feel like we've got a lot more to show off this time than last time, so I'm just gonna hop straight into it. So first of all, what we've done so far, our first character, Chuck, is polished and he's pretty much game ready. There's some other things like overall game mechanic things you need to add to him, but he's doing pretty good. We've started implementing assets and other stuff for Suzanne, who is our second character. And we've done a lot of other things too, like we've added a character select, a fully animated background stage, implemented more animations. We've fixed the jump arc, so if you played it last time, characters could just kind of like jump and they could just like move in whatever direction they wanted. But now we actually have like jump arcs where you like the air movement's kind of restricted, which makes the game feel a little bit better. You can turn around now. We've added like medium and heavy attacks, and we actually created our first advancing attack where you do a move and it moves you forward. We've also been working on some themes for characters in the character select, and we've added a functioning timer. Um, here's the gameplay of what we have so far. This is our character select. So you can pick two characters and they'll show up on the screen. We have portraits and we have turnaround now. We have jump arcs. Our character doesn't cling to the wall anymore. We have this really nifty animated background. That's the advancing move. Please ignore that our character is just turning into a completely different character. That's not very important right now. We added the heavy attack there. And yeah, we've made a lot of progress. And also our timer our timer is working properly now. And there are still some mechanical things we need to implement with our timer, but yeah, I'm very happy with how it's going so far. Look at the movement. The movement's perfect. All right. Let me out. Okay. I forgot that you could do that. Actually, I didn't. I just didn't want to. Next. Oh, I did not want to click that. Okay. All right, here's some new sprite animations we have. So, we've got Suzanne's backdash, her idle animation, and I think this is her medium attack. Um, so her medium attack is a little unique. She like hops on her pole and then kicks forward, and we've made it so that like when you just hit the button, she will just move forward when she does it. Backdashes haven't mechanically been implemented yet, but we're just planning on making it so that like you have like an extra movement option. And we've actually started using Chuck's his chain so he can do whip attacks. So he has his heavy attack where he can use his whip to attack you from further away. He has a backdash and he has a jump now. We still need to implement like jumping animations, although we've made jumping a little smoother. What was next? We've got some new art. We're working on the portrait for Suzanne right now, and this is the prison stage. It's been fully animated. We fixed up the colors and we added a lot of like neat animations to it, like the sprinklers and the fire in the background to make it look like dilapidated and destroyed. Um, and next, we have a demo for Suzanne's theme right now. And quick question: can I like after I click this, I can like pause it, right?
Yes.
Okay,
You should be.
yeah, I'll just play it for like 30 seconds because I don't want to take too much time. Yeah. All right. Oh, okay. I was gonna play again. Yeah, so that's everything we have to show off so far. Now, we have our milestone goals. There's quite a few, but I know we can get them done. So what we want to do, one important thing we want to do that we haven't figured out how to do yet is so in most fighting games, you can't just like turn around whenever you want. The two characters, they like face each other all the time, and they only switch sides when they like jump over each other or they do something that makes them switch sides. So we're trying to implement that into the game. We still need to add blocking. We need to add our jumping animation, and what we definitely will have for the second milestone is there will be a second controllable character, so two people can actually fight each other, which is the point of the game. We're planning to have Suzanne fully implemented with all of her like basic attacks, jumping, blocking, so she can like use all the basic system mechanics of the game. We're planning on adding a round count so that when you defeat the opponent, it'll add like a little tick to your round, like your round count. So there's like actually a win condition. Um, we're going to have Suzanne's portrait completed for the UI. So for the character select, you'll see it there, and you'll also see it during matches on like the top right of her health bar. We're going to stylize the character select screen, and we're going to have two themes done. And yeah, those are pretty much our milestone goals. And most of these are like already underway, or we've already started like working on them. So even though it seems like a lot, there's we've already started addressing a lot of these problems already, or a lot of these things that we'd like to add. Now, credits. Our programmers who contributed are Carson, Thomas, Xavier, and Michael. Our artists are Samuel Jaquez, Brandon, Min, Corey, and Chris. Um, Samuel, Brandon, and Chris, they all did sprite work for me. Min also he animated the background, and Corey and Jaquez have been working on like portraits and like more so the tertiary art for the game that doesn't like contribute to the gameplay, but it's there to look very cool. And Vaughn and Chris have still been doing sound design for us. So that's basically it. And also, we have secret developer footage of what we will potentially see in the future. Because you remember from the first time I presented, we're not going to sugarcoat it. So we hope you look forward to seeing that. And yeah, thank you all very much. All right. Yes. Now hold on. I don't want to. No, stop. Okay. I don't want to see that again. All right. Any questions? Yes.
Actually, I have two things. One, how did you do the moving attack, whatever it's called, the advancing attack? What is
That how did we?
Oh, like the
Yes.
really just a move horizontal on the x-axis, and then for the flip, it just rotates which direction it throws it.
And I was gonna say for doing the automatic like rotating towards the character to the other character, you can just check if the X position is greater than or less than the X position of the current character. So like X position, other X position. Check if it's like greater than, less than. It's pretty straightforward for that.
All right. And
I've done it before. I hadn't thought of that.
unfortunately, no. He told me he wasn't going to be able to make it today. Yes, yes, he did. I just was like, hey, here's some songs I like. I'm going to show them to you, and I'm just gonna let you go nuts. And he in fact did go nuts. It was pretty great. Yeah, is that it? Are there any more questions? We good? All right. Thank you all very much.
I know the song.
Yeah.
I'm very confused.
All right.
See that video with the
3 left. Y'all know the drill. 3, 2, 1. Spin that wheel! All right. Bodega Baddies up next.
Oh,
Wow.
Nice.
Okay, hi everyone. This is Bodega Baddies progress update number 2. So we have a couple of updates. We said in our last presentation, was it progress update, that we are using Unity. We're still sticking with Unity 3D. We have a new member, Trung. He's helping us with programming. Another member, Tanya, she is no longer part of the team, but she did help us with programming as well. And we have new gameplay.
Oh, the gameplay? Oh God. Okay. So the new gameplay is basically like Diamond Dash. Similar. Okay, similar to Diamond Dash and like, oh my God.
Okay.
Okay, please.
So basically, we've removed the fighting aspect from the game. It's just going to be like a cashier simulator. So customers will come up to the counter and looking to check out different items, and you'll have to check out their items in a specific time frame, and you get a high score based on the items that you check out. So to start, I am now a 3D character artist. I'm no longer working on programming. Jaden is. So these are what our characters are going to look like. They're based on my Sims, so they're pretty simple. They're already rigged. They just need some different hairstyles and to be textured.
Again, I'm working on programming, and I just did this morning. So I did worked on Collider and imported in the environment.
Trung is helping us immensely with programming. He's coded for a spawning and despawning system for the items to like spawn on the counter, so you can click to check them out. I don't have any screenshots, but he just sent me like code. Yeah.
Can I ask something? I also actually have did the score system, like the value for all the items. So
Okay, cool.
I guess Ben is working on exterior and interior architecture, and but now since that's trapped, I guess he's just working on interior.
Yeah, he was working on the exterior and it looks really good. We're probably gonna use it as the main menu art. And now he's just working on the interior and implementing the environmental assets into Unity. And Devin has been working on a lot of 3D models. So we have a magazine stand, basket, security cameras, a counter, and an overhead light.
Mitch was also working on 3D models as a band, a slushy machine, a slushy bottle, is that what slushy bottle, and also an exit sign.
And Chris has been working on the shelves and the, what is that? Yeah, refrigerators. And Kira is doing the posters for the store. So this is one of the posters she did. Yeah.
Eric has been working on UI such as What You Think Now and the timeline pausing.
Yeah, so he's been working on the bodega bucks, so that's the money system that we have. Um, so yeah, the UI looks really good. And then Lemon has been working really hard on some music, so I'm gonna play some of them. Okay, so this is like the music that would play in a store. This is like main menu music.
Oh,
Okay, and then pause menu. And just a general music track. And they have also been working on some sound effects. So here's the cash register sound. I really like it. I don't know if you could hear that. Yeah, okay. I have a doorbell sound for when a new customer comes in. And just a UI button sound.
Okay, our goals for milestone 2 is have a title and pause screen, a spawning system, checkout system, monetary SY.
System.
What is that? Okay, system. Okay, finish NPC. Oh, finish environment NPCs, content marketing.
Let me put that. Oh, okay. So, in conclusion, our team is making a lot of progress. They're doing a great job. Really proud of them. And we are also still in need of programmers. So the QR code is for our Discord. Yeah, that's it. Any questions? No. Okay, thank you. Okay. 2 left. Get excited. 3, 2, 1, spin!
That's not something.
Oh shoot.
It's a
Who
two.
knows? All right. Yeah.
That's me. Hey, what's going on, gamers? It's me, Mars. Welcome back to oh my god, it's raining. Welcome back to White Hands Painted Red progress report. So we made some pretty swag progress the past few weeks, mostly in the art department, but overall it's been pretty cool. So first up, here's a lot of the 2D art, artwork, 2D concept art, and a little bit of sign art from Jet. Um, Currently, uh, we are only planning on having the 2 enemies in the game by the final build, but if we do have time, I'll have the extra shielded enemy. And I really want the shielded enemy because I really love that design. All the designs are great, but I don't know, something about the I think Porky, Pokies, whatever, um, that I named them. I just really dig the vibe. Moving on to 3D art, we have models from Emily and Chris. We've got some um, props for bottles. I cannot think at the moment. Bottles, cups, cans, glasses, stuff like that, as well as speakers and lights for like a big stage show that's going to be in the nightclub and jump. As well, Chris has been working on the gun model for the viewport for when you're, playing the video game, because you need a gun to shoot people, generally speaking. I mean, there are other things that can shoot people, like other guns. Josh has been going bonkers on the level design. um, I planned out the whole sort of aesthetic and the level layout and everything, and has been working on implementing it in Blender, and it's super sick. We've got like three main sections. Thankfully, if we don't have time for one of them, we can cut one of them out and merge his aesthetic with the other sections. But I think Josh has been really doing a fantastic job on. Actually, I'm gonna say this again. Everyone's been doing a fantastic job. But Josh has been going bonkers, modeling the level and planning it out and everything. It's been super sick. Moving on to the video game stuff. So Bearcat has been working on a movement rework. It's a little difficult to illustrate in a GIF format, but if you can see, there's more like it's a lot. You're a lot heavier right now, but not in the sense that, like, if like you just move slower, there's like a build up and deceleration to your movement, which is super fun. Um, there is more work to be done on it, but that will be done by next milestone, which we will get into. And Will and some bozo, I don't know who it could be, has been working on the auto aim system, and has been implementing both the detection and the firing of said auto aim system. As you can see, Ultra Square Friend is not reacting very well to being aimed at. If any of you can read that, I don't know how easy it is to read from across the room, but and some people might be illiterate, so there's also that. Um, but yeah, no, it's super satisfying. It currently detects the closest target and uses that as the priority target, but we might add like a mode where it inverts it so it gets the farthest away target. So if there's somebody shooting at you, you can like deal with them. Moving on to sound design. Sorry, this tab is not as visually interesting. Um, Moving on to sound design. Sterling's been working on gun sounds. I'm going to turn this down because I feel like it's going to be loud. I was wrong. This one's a little louder. Case in point. And there's also he's been doing a reload sound. And Vaughn has been doing music. I believe this bottom one. Yeah, this is sort of main menu, sort of slower, like minimalist, more intense, like build up towards the mission, like starting and stuff. And here's the in leveled music, I believe, right? So again, sort of similar slow build up, but pretty quickly it'll pick up into actual music. Not actual music. I worded that very poorly, but into more. There's more. The body of the music. Thank you. And now I would like to perform a quick performance of what the music will actually sound like in the video game. Ow, ow, pain. Um, and coming up next week for the event, um, we've got a basic ending implementation. There won't be models, but we will have AI. Currently, the plan is only for the melee guys, but we might be able to get in shooting guys as well. Movement rework will be done next week, so it won't feel like how it did last time. More props. The props that we've been seeing will be in, and they'll behave just like our good old pal, the chair. The audio will be in the game, specifically gunshots and music, so don't expect to hear your feet yet. And the level design that Joshua has been designing will also be in the game. I did not mean to add the UA part, but it just kind of came out. So like all the fancy level visuals will be in game. Last thing, any character modelers? We currently have we are planned around not having dedicated character models right now. If there's if there are any of you out there, I would not. I would hit me up is what I'm saying. Any questions, comments, concerns, threats? Oh, no threats. That's amazing. Vaughn, you work with me. You don't count. All right, cool beans. Thank you.
Cool. One left. I really liked the audio demo. All right. Anybody's game.
I don't know.
The biggest wheel spin of them all. 3, 2, 1, spin! Wheel!
Oh my
Wow. What's yours is mine. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Progress Update 2 for What's Yours is Mine. First off, we have 2 new additions to our team. We have Jet, who's working on some environmental art for us, and we have Christian, who's working on both sound and music. Thank you both for joining the team. I do not think they are here. Anyway. So first up, we have some mime concepts that will be going on the main menu and potentially in the cutscene if that we end up having time for a cutscene. Joaquin made these; they're really cool. And then these are like refined mime concepts. So like we picked A from this one, and then to make them simpler for the pixel art, these are like some more like simpler concepts. Because the first one is a little too detailed and might not translate super well to pixel art. So we'll get pixel art done for that at some point. But here are these concepts. They look really cool. Again, Joaquin made them. Joaquin also made some Heart UI concepts. So these are like a whole bunch of variations for UI, the health system, because currently we just have like some stock hearts for the health system. We have this pie throwing animation that V made. V is over there. Thank you so much. It looks really cool. I like the wiggle of the bells. It's great. We have an animation for the knight throwing the spear. So this is the enemy for level 1. And Xavier made that. Xavier's over there. Thank you, Xavier. It looks super cool. So this is something that should be implemented for the milestone next week. So you can, instead of just like spears issuing forth from a still sprite, we should have the, animation in there. We have a little gesture walk for the main menu. So Harris is working on main menu art as well as putting the gesture on there, the mime, the buttons, all that kind of good stuff. So here is a sample of what will be potentially on the main menu. We have some more sound effects. So these are for level 3 and for button presses. So this is like the honk. Oh, that's kind of quiet. Yeah, but that's like a honk. So you click a button, it honks. So for the mime enemies, so this is not like the mime, which is like the Jester's lover. These are like mime enemies on the 3rd level. They also have sound effects. So here there's it's like a injured sound, like if it gets hit. This is for the projectile toss. Yeah, and then this is for when the projectile lands. That's really quiet. Oh well, whatever. So Isaac has made those. I don't think Isaac is here today. And then we have the injured sound for when the jester takes damage. Christian made that. Sounds really cool. There's like a little bell jingle in there too, because the jester gets hit and bells also jingle. I think it's cute. It's great. We have some demos made by Will for music to play within the game. The demos I had for last progress update, they end up becoming main menu music. So this one is like they're the same demo, but one is like an organ version, and then this is like just I guess it's like 8-bit style music. Oops. Oh, what did I do? Sorry. And I'm only going to play a few seconds of this one because it's very similar. It's just like an organ demo instead. Oh. So yeah, similar, but it's with an organ. We have code in game. So this is like all the stuff that our programmers have been doing. I believe Thomas did the pi counter as well as the pi ammo. Jimmy set up the precursor for level 2, and the enemies, they are currently invisible, and I'll show like in the video and I'll talk a bit as I play it, but right now I'm just going to go through what people did. Ryan was working on the pi throwing cursor system. Sagar has done like implementing some new assets as well as like working on making multiple versions of builds. So like instead of just a Windows build. And I think there have been like fairly significant bugs from Milestone 1 that have been worked on. I think Thomas did the like when you die and click replay, it wasn't working, so I think that's what's been fixed. So let's watch the video. So this is the main screen. This is our music. We changed the fonts. So this is the instructions. Change the fonts there. So you can see that's the cursor over there. This is first level. As you can see, there's the pi counter. That's in there now. And then there's like the roll. Oh, Jimmy made the roll dash a little bit longer. And then this shows like the pi counter. So if you click when the cursor, the little smaller circle, is outside of the bigger circle, you'll miss. And then as you can see, you're like navigating through, tossing pies, trying not to get hit. And you can see the pi counter. That pink circle is pi ammo. So this is something that we had planned to implement. We just did not implement it last time. So it adds an extra 3 pies. And we'll be having ammo locations in the level 2 as well as in level 3. For right now, they're just pink circles. We will get assets for that at some point. And then this is level 2. As you can see, all the enemies are invisible, but you can still hear the sound effects. This is like basic setup. You know, you can walk through walls, which is not ideal, but that'll be fixed. You're gonna see the Jester take damage at some point because the enemies are still throwing projectiles, you just can't see them. The enemies can move, some of them, but not all of them. So there are about 24 enemies in the second level. I think it's 11 of those can move, and then the 13 of them are stationary. And they have like limited movement. And then here you're gonna see the Jester's gonna lose all health in a bit. And you can see like the edges of like the level. Because it's a fairly big level as compared to the first one. I think the scaling is a bit off, so that's something that we're going to fix as well. And yep, the end. So the Jester is dead. Can I? Nope, that's not what I want. Okay, so here are our milestone 2 goals. So for level 1, some of these are things that we've already implemented, like the pi counter is in, the pi ammo is in. I believe the knight throwing animation is in, though it's just like has the knight throwing constantly, which isn't exactly what we want. But those are in, so those are our goals for level 1 for milestone 2. For level 2, we want level 2 set up partially. So that means like you can actually see the enemies. You should be able to play at least part of the level, if not the full level. Enemy movement, that's already in. We just need to like tweak that a bit. The pause screen, we want that to be fixed. Main menu art, Harris is working on that. Sound effects for level 2, and then at least 1 guard sprite so that we have like a visual instead of just reusing the knight sprites because they're different enemies. Any questions? Oh my gosh, so many questions. I guess Hannah, you go first.
The video like skipped through a bunch of the tutorial. Was there explanation on like how the pie drawing worked and like it needs to be in the circle in there?
I think it tells you that you need to like click the cursor. I have to double check that. I don't remember off the top of my head. Can
It was like
It was super quick. Yeah, I know, but I can probably look at it. Yeah, let's see. So it says use mouse to aim. So it doesn't tell you that the cursor has to be within the larger cursor, but we will make sure that that's clearer. Mars.
I was gonna say, I think for the pie mechanic, there should be some more visual feedback that like you missed. Maybe you could have it so like instead of actually throwing, it just immediately hits the ground. It just leaves a splattered pie on the floor. But I do like how the crosshair looks. I actually really like that as concept, and it's fun.
Yeah, Ryan spent a lot of time working on it, so I'm really proud of the work that he's done. Sorry.
Pretty simple question, but like during the video I saw that like whenever you rolled there's a little icon in the bottom right and it would like go back for a second and have a challenge come back on. That's like is it like a roll cooldown?
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
there's like a cooldown for whenever you can like roll.
Yeah, so I think it also like tells you a little bit like how long it'll last. So it'll tell you like when it drops to 0 and then goes back to the little gesture icon.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yes.
How's the spirit does?
I think I don't know if Isaac sampled anything, but he made it in Audacity, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I think I saw one more question in the back somewhere. No, maybe. No, that's not what I wanted.
Okie dokie. So that concludes progress update number 2. Good job teams, good job team leads, good presentations. Y'all are free to hang out, chill with your friends. Y'all are also free to go, except for team leads. Parker and I are going to talk and make sure that we're on the same page about everything, and then we'll come and grab you guys for a little group talk. I'll play music. Bye, Twitch.